Hello, I'm Tyler Tully, and today I'm joined by QMines Executive Chair Andrew Sparke. Andrew, welcome. Thanks for joining me today.
Thanks, Tyler. Great to be here.
So it's been a significant week for QMines after the company received a $15 million investment from the QIC Critical Minerals and Battery Technology Fund. Tell us why this is such an important investment and what the money will be used for.
Yeah, look, it's fantastic for us, and I had one of our shareholders today say, "Oh, it's an overnight success," but the truth is, we've been working on this business for 6 or 7 years now, so it's been a lot of long nights and a lot of weekends behind the scenes. We've got a great team, executing here at QMines. But look, it is a fantastic development because it fully funds us through what we call our DFS, a definitive feasibility study. And that's the last study basically before we start to look at turning this, this exploration project into a mine. So it's a really exciting time. We've put a lot of, work in behind the scenes. The other thing that's really important here is that it fully funds us all the way through. So, so we don't have to come back to shareholders. There won't be any more, dilution, so to speak. It's a really important step, to give our shareholders confidence and new shareholders as well that this is going to get there, and there's no other roadblocks or impediments, which is brilliant. So
what does it say about the potential of the Mt Chalmers project to attract such a large investment from such a significant company?
Yeah, look, my thoughts are that it's a great validation in what we've done, and again, I can't take any credit for it. I've got a great team behind me that's been working hard on this every day. But I think it really shows that, that a lot of those risk boxes have been ticked. This was not something that happened quickly. We've been working on this for 4 or 5 months now, and we had all sorts of consultants poring over the detail. Geologists, mining engineers, you name it, consultants galore. Looking at right in the detail, metallurgists, process engineers. So, it ticks a lot of the boxes. And importantly, there was no major red flags, no red flags that sort of turned up. So I think it gives us confidence as a team that this is really going to get there. The other sort of underlying benefit here is that it's the Queensland government that's really behind this. And so trying to develop a new copper and gold mine in Queensland with the government as now your largest shareholder, what does that say about, the prospects of success here? So we're really excited. We've got a lot of great shareholders who support us for a very long time. So this is really a credit to them. And I think now that we're fully funded all the way through to that decision to mine, I think we can really accelerate all those sort of development works which we've got going on at the moment. So really exciting time.
Certainly is. And what's your view on the current global copper market? Are we facing a significant supply shortage in the near term?
Yeah, look, I think so. I think everyone's quick to talk about demand. Obviously, demand will grow. We just need to get rid of this little hiccup that's happening in the global economy at the moment. But obviously, it is growing. We're electrifying everything, and the key question though is where is the supply coming from? And if we look at the ASX, there's only 5 or 6 ways to really play copper that are in production or very close to. So there's a real shortage of quality copper developers out there, and not many projects coming on. And one of the key hints here is that it's often referred to out there in the industry that it takes over 20 years to get from first discovery to first production for these copper deposits. So we're really pleased to be one of the few that's transitioning into production and going to fill that gap. But I think because there's such a scarcity of new mines coming on, it really bodes well for pricing in the future. So we're really happy about it.
Finally, what future milestones should shareholders be expecting next on the exploration and development front?
Oh, look, there's a lot. And for anyone who's watched the QMines team, you'll know that we're known as the doers. So, we're pleased to say that today we've pushed out 8 resource updates since listing. We've done 6 rounds of METs. We've bought 5 farms. We've done 3 acquisitions. I think 60 or 70 kilometres of drilling. So I could bore you to tears, but we really are the doers. So, we do have more resource upgrades coming from our Mt Mackenzie project. We've got a lot more development works. We've got the DFS well underway. We've just brought in a new development manager who's doing a fantastic job. So I'll have more to say about this shortly. And we've got 3 kilometres of drill results in the labs right now for our large drilling program at Mt Mackenzie. So watch this space. There's a lot coming, and I think that gives new shareholders a lot of leverage to all that success, which is brilliant. So yeah, keep an eye on QMines.
Andrew, it's been a pleasure. Thanks for your time today.
Thanks, Tyler. Nice to chat.